Here we go. All right. Well, as a reminder, I'm Fuller from the Southport Historical Society, and we're one of the active sponsors for the Up Your Arts, Open Your Doors project.
Mm-hmm.
And you are Skip Burrell.
Yes, Skip is my nickname because I'm a junior. My real name is Harry Burrell Jr., but as I said, all juniors get nicknames, and Skip wasn't too bad.
No, that's a good one. I like it.
Better than Bubba.
It has a little, and it fits nicely, in Southport. Skipper sounds good.
Thank
you. It's good to talk to you. So I'm looking, I don't see a door in the background. How's it going? How's it going?
The door. Well, the door is a little bit too big to bring inside, so it's out in the garage. Yeah, the door. So it's actually just about done. Although in the past, a couple times I referred to it as the damn door, but it's turned out pretty well. I'm pleased with it. There have been some challenges along the way, but it's looking good.
That's good. All right. So what prompted you to sometimes refer to it as that darn door?
The expletive deleted door.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's an old door,
and
so for a stained glass artist, for me anyway, designing and creating the stained glass panels wasn't a big deal. That's what I do. On the other hand, integrating them into an old door presented some challenges. The way that I was originally, that door, if you look at it online, has got 6 panes. And so all the glass, the original glass, and 5 of them was intact, but the 6th one was cracked. So I began by replacing that pane. And the idea was to essentially fit these stained glass panels against the panes and have molding around to hold it in place. Well, unfortunately, that did not pan out because the molding around the original glass just began to fall apart. So I had to, because I had already designed and constructed the stained glass panels, I had to go to Plan B. So Plan B involved, fortunately, I know a very good wood artist who's a master cabinet maker, and he made me some not to go into excruciating details, but some routed wood stock that I could use to frame the panels such that they would fit right in where the glass was, because I took all the moldings off, I'd taken all the glass out, I stripped the door of all the hardware, which was, hardware was it was old, so it was kind of rusty and all anyway. So I stripped that door down to its bare minimum. And so we got the frames constructed and we got them in. And then along the way, I have a second friend who's a fused glass artist. And I had asked her to design some medallions that I could put on the door cross beam, so to speak, below the stained glass panels. And then I painted the whole thing. I got a really nice glass doorknob. So I think it's going to look pretty good.
It sounds wonderful.
When you see, I gave it a name. It's not the damn door, really. It really isn't. But it's the Rhapsody in Blues door. And when you see the door, you'll understand why it's got that name. I'm just hoping that I don't get sued by the George Gershwin estate for kind of borrowing the name minus with an extra S on the end. So that's where it is.
That sounds lovely. So what more do you have to do? You said it's not done yet.
No. So Gina Poppy, who's a fused glass artist, has just about finished the medallions. All the panels, the stained glass panels are in. As I said, the whole door is painted. So all I have to do now, a little bit of caulking, a little bit touch-up painting, to put those medallions in and install the doorknob, and it'll be done.
Wow, so very little work. So it sounds like you're right on schedule. You're not going to have any trouble finishing.
No, no, no. Although it was not pleasant working out in the garage in the heat lately, but I have put a fan out there. I mean, the door was just too big. I have an upstairs stained glass studio, but you can't get that door. I mean, they built doors to last back then. It's a heavy door. So, but it's worked out.
I like the name too, Rhapsody in Blues, especially since it's, you know, it's along the line of our COVID theme and you know, surviving and thriving. So, you know, there's a little bit of blues, but the blues were a way to survive and thrive. So I like it. It all fits in.
Well, I'm glad. I designed the panels. I probably mentioned when we had our initial interview, to respect the kind of the era of the door and the house. So it's a basically the design is in the Art Nouveau style, a lot of flowing lines, a lot of beveled glass. And since you know, the George Gershwin was about that time too, I felt that, and as I said, you'll see it's all kind of a spectrum of blues. It all kind of came together in the end.
It sounds lovely. I can't wait to see the finished thing. So I have to ask you though, when we talked last time, you were predicting how many of a Band-Aid project was going to be. So
Liz,
how did that?
Yeah, you have a good memory, I think. So it wasn't as bad. I was figuring that, I can't remember what I said. I was figuring this was probably going to be about I don't know, about a 5 Band-Aid project or so. I mean, really big one's a 10 Band-Aid project. So I ended up, I think, probably limiting it to about 3.
Oh my goodness.
At least so far. At least so far.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx you.
No, that part went better than I expected.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, thank you for the update, and I'm glad it's going so well. And can we touch base again then when you're done? I can't wait to see it.
Sure, I think I'm guessing within the next week or so it'll be done. And when I went over to pick up the stands, which are very nice, by the way, from Bob, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
I said, well, you know, this was a couple of weeks ago, so I said I figured it's going to be done in about 3 weeks, and he made it clear that they preferred that I keep it there for a while because they don't have a lot of storage space over in the garrison room. So even after it's done, I'll probably keep it for another couple of weeks before they arrange to take it away.
Yeah, I think we have about a month. I think October 16th is the return, somewhere around there is the return date. So
I'll be done way before then, but we'll keep it here for a bit.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.